Mr. Bayezid, I'm back again. I'm going to be talking about a bow grip on the bass here. A basic bass bow grip, okay? Now, I want to make this clear. I'm going to be talking about French bow grip today. There's something called the German bow grip out there as well. I'm not talking about this. This is more for, I teach middle school orchestra. So I'm teaching more for what middle school orchestra beginners would be using. There's a German bow grip. It requires a different kind of bow. It's a German bow is what it's called. I don't even have a German bow here. Most people who use a German bow know what a German bow grip is, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. So if you have a bow that looks like this, you're going to use the French grip. Let's start with the parts of our bow right here. We have the nut right here, which is what we turn to make the hair tighter and looser. And you notice if I do this, it makes it really loose. You can see the bend in the stick gets a little bit more. And if I tighten it up, the bend in that stick gets a little less. However, you do not want to tighten this so much that the stick is straight, parallel with the hair. You still want to have a slight curve to it. If you go straight, you've tightened it too much, okay? So that's the nut that helps us tighten the hair. This black piece is the frog with the eyelet right here. This is the stick. Oh, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? And this is the hair right here, of course. And then the tip. Those are the basic parts of a bow right there. So now for a bow grip, what we want to do is you want to take your thumb and you want to put it right about where the frog meets the stick, right in here. So you just get it right in there. You bend your thumb and then you want to get your fingers over and just kind of relax them on over there. You don't really have to set them in a specific position. Other than it's a really good idea to have them kind of slanted. You don't really want to go straight up and down like that. You want to have a slight slant to it. Now, when you do this, it's actually really hard to hold up the bow when I'm not playing because I can feel a lot of the weight in here. There's nothing really holding it. But as soon as I put it on the string, now the instrument is holding up the bow. Let me get back here so you can see that really well. The instrument is holding up the bow for me now. So, you know, when your bow grip is just all about moving the bow. It has nothing to do with like making sure that, well, I mean, it does make sure the bow doesn't fall, but you're not solely gripping it with your hand to keep it from falling to the floor. When you do that, it will fall to the floor eventually because your hand gets tired. So when we play this, we want to make nice big strokes, and you want the hair to be slightly bent. I don't want to say bent, slanted, so the hair points toward the bridge. And so as you can see, the stick is above the hair right now in the video. And you want to make sure you're playing between the fingerboard and the bridge. You play up here, you get rosin on the fingerboard. It's not so pretty. And it doesn't do good. So, and you'll get a good sound. But you play it like that, and you want to, you put a little bit of weight into it. I don't like to think of it as pressing into it. I think of putting the weight of your arm and maybe your shoulder into it so that you get a good sound. So if you don't do that, if you just, that's like barely anything, right? You're going to need to put a little bit of weight into it to get a nice sound. And what you want to do is your wrist just leads your finger, so you can go back and forth. Like that. So give that a try. Try out using your bow a little bit. Make sure your bow is well rosined. If you want to see how you should rosin your bow, I have another video. I know it says for violin, but it works for how you rosin your bow no matter what instrument it is. The one thing I will say is they make specific rosin for bass bows, and you should be using that rosin for your bass. Usually it comes in a little plastic container, like a little cup, and it's a circle of rosin. And you'll want to use that to rosin your bow. But if you follow the instructions how to rosin your bow that I have in my other video, it will help you all out for rosining your bass bow. All right, thank you so much. And that is how to hold the bass bow, how to grip it. So remember, thumb bent at the point where the frog meets the stick, and the rest of your hand just kind of relaxes over a slight angle and put the weight of your arm into the string. Let the string hold up the bow. Let the bow hair should be slanted toward the bridge. Thank you so much.